if I hear somebody, one more time, tell me, oh, you're worried, weren't you? You said they're going to take all the jobs when computers started, becoming mainstream. The personal computer, the BBC Micros, the Acorns, Spectrums. Well, I say to you, it's not the same, is it, as artificial intelligence? It's just not. They are two totally separate things, in effect. One requires your input still. It's like operating a calculator. There's a person there doing a job. Yes, it might have took some jobs, but it also created an abundance of jobs in a variety of different new sectors. But AI is destroying jobs and not creating many new ones. No. It is something that is a job apocalypse, I suppose. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because my son-in-law, who is a computer programmer guy, he also breaks software, see where all the flaws are and stuff. And another friend of the family, who's also a computer programmer, and another friend of the family who is a graphic designer, all working on computers, right? And he also does code for websites and stuff like that. All three of them have lost their jobs, or their contracts, I should say, not jobs. They've lost their contracts. They're not being renewed, and the places are not being replaced. Because they've found that a percentage, around 30 to 40% of the workload can now be done using artificial intelligence. And that's expanding. Today it's 30%. Well, in 6 months' time it'll be 40%, and then it'll be 50%, then it'll be 60%. Before you know it, people will be, surplus to requirements. That is where we're heading. Now, I remember, it wasn't that long ago, when people were being told that get yourself a degree or in computer programming and what have you. It was mainstream, everyone was doing it because they thought, it's a good bloody earner, that one is, and it was. My son-in-law was, he was earning bloody good money. More money I've ever will earn, And now he's working in a nursing home and doing a bit of, we deliver food and stuff. I can't remember what it's called now, but anyway, I'm doing a bit of that. And now he's training as a driving instructor. For Christ's sake, he just spent a huge amount of his life building his career on programming and earning good money, and now it's a massive downturn. Barely pay the mortgage. That's how people's lives change, you see, and that's what AI is doing. It's going to destroy people's lives. You get a few people find new careers and what have you, and if you don't, you're going to be left behind. And even those people will find at some point in the future they'll be losing their jobs because they won't be needed as much. AI can be used for all sorts of stuff, whether it be programming itself. Okay, it's not that clean at the moment. It's a bit clunky. But it's good for creating parts of programs, and then you can clean it up, what have you. But, that's changing. They're getting better all the while, A year ago, ChatGPT was nothing like it is today. It's getting so bloody clever. It is literally going to take all our jobs. And if it gets to a point where these robots end up taking mainstream in factories and what have you, they become, the way forward. That's where companies are going to invest. They can work 24/7 probably, and they haven't got to feed and warm them. They haven't got to give them any rights. It's just... So basically, it makes perfect sense for the employer. I think any employer, that's what they would do, unless they wanted a human being to be the front person. But, regarding actual doing the job behind the scenes in the factories, why would you need a human? When there's these automated robots who, quite frankly, are becoming so advanced now, they can do a lot of stuff we cannot. They can't do everything. But they will be able to. Be satisfying the business next. Oh, best form of contraception. But it's quite sad. You've got people going through all these high-tech courses and what have you, and they're going to come out with nothing. Nothing useful. It's going to be another one of these dead-end degrees that people keep going on about. Now, don't get me wrong. I think going to university regarding your mindset and programming you in a way that had to think laterally and be a more observant and accept and notice more nuances and what, you know. For me, it made a huge difference to me as a person. Doing my degree in photography made a massive difference to me. You know, do I go around taking photographs of people? No, I make a few videos, as you see, but, you know, it's not just about the end result. It's about how you get there and about what you learn on the way. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't quite get. And it's usually those who wear little red MAGA hats, or in the UK be the Reform Party type people, Brexiters and all that, you know. Those kind of idiots, because that's what they are, plain and simple, bloody stupid people. They can't see nuance, they don't understand what it is. So, unfortunately, this is the future, and unless we have some proper legislation in place, I mean some proper legislation to protect people's jobs, we are going to see a massive string of layoffs. It's already started. You know, even Mark Zuckerberg admitted that he now uses around 30-40, but he said 30% of his programmers are now, just AI now. You know, I understand why they do it. I get it. You know, AI could be working 24/7, you see. I get it. I understand all the, you know, there's no AI rights yet. Maybe that is the future. If it does become sentient, maybe that will be the future. We want our rights. I'll be picketing. I don't know how they're going to, but they'll be picketing. But anyway, that's just my thoughts on the subject. Artificial intelligence is brilliant. I do use it sometimes. You know, I find it really, really useful. But I think we need to understand and accept that maybe there should be some restrictions on its use. And that if it removes a job from the workplace or a string of jobs from the workplace, I think that has to be carefully considered. Because at the end of the day, if these robots and AI is doing all this work, just think, well, who's paying all the taxes? What happens? It all go into shareholdings, and there's no taxes paid on that. There's no taxes paid on investments. So it's likely to cause a massive downturn in spending, federal spending, and also, I think this is in, you know, councils and, you know, they won't have the money. We'll have the money. We've seen what's happened with business rates and have you. Say, for instance, in the United Kingdom, there's a thing called business rates. Every business has a shop would have to pay business rates, and that goes to, you know, looking after the area and what have you, you know, and supporting the councils. It's way too much money, but as you know, if you go to the United Kingdom, you'll see half the shops are shutting up now. People aren't using them because everything's done online now, and you could argue that is the future and we just need to get used to it. Well, how can you get used to something you can't afford? Because that's where we're heading. We're heading to a place where nobody's going to have any money unless some kind of mad and crazy system is put into place where there's some sort of UBI, Universal Basic Income, where everybody receives a minimum payment, whether you're at work or at home, so you can survive. Now that could work in somewhere like China, I suppose, but could you imagine that in the United Kingdom or the United States? That all the rich buggers would just want you to die, wouldn't they, if you got no purpose? That's what they'll do. They'll just see you as a cost and you'll be gone. Plain and simple. You tell me. Please leave it in the comments down below. Anyway, they're my thoughts anyway. Please put the like button if you want to support the channel. You can do that on Patreon or buy us a coffee. The links are down below. That they are. And I couldn't do the channel without your support. And there's memberships as well. And memberships, you'll get quite often get to see the videos before I make them live. So anyway, toodaloo.